Hello and good morning. And welcome all for joining me now and later. Today, I would love to share about the result with my student that they have um, decided to learn with me with a mindful awareness and learn about stay in the now and know, the know and why. So when we all have problem, daily problem, didn't matter how rich, how poor you are, but once thing does not go your way, you have anger, you have pressure, you have frustration, you have this feeling that disturbing you, but you don't know how to remove them, you don't know how to handle, you don't know how to work with them, so it become bigger and it becomes like accumulate in your heart, in your mind, in your subconscious, and it's going to hurt you in the long run. And when you start learning or practicing to stay with the now, to pause, to understand the problem, and to accept and acknowledge, identify the problem, you will understand, you will really know what to do. You know what how you can handle that. It's not like you know everything, but you do what usually we just get used to autopilot mode, do what you used to, you in the comfort zone, but then you know everything when it's time to handle the problem, or when you encounter the problem or struggle or some obstacles, you can, you don't know how, and you become frozen. You in the fight or flight mode, neither shut down or freeze or just run away from problem, and the problem gets bigger. But once all my student client come and learn for themselves, um, their life is been transformed from, a lot of time you get frustrated with work, with fear of people, of society, or fear of rejection, fear of people does not like them, or they might be indifferent, or maybe in some sorts of like I'm not lovable. um, that feeling that it arising from fear of rejection. So hello and welcome, thank you so much for being here with me. Then people just don't know how to handle that, and it causes them to have like anxiety, stress, hurtful feeling, and overwhelmed because it's just so much every day. Because why? We are in the thinking mode all the time, we do not want to pause, and we all, and all, I would say like 80, 85, 90% we are in a thinking mode every day, and also self talk, negative self talk, that we drifting ourselves, we driving ourselves into a hole, a big hole, what's it called? A black hole. And we stuck in that, and we can't get out. We're in a frozen time, that we can't get out of that, and it causes us subconscious to it, subconscious just do what you tell you. They don't know to, right, wrong, good or bad. If you say yes and no, what you feel, what you think, that means it's already programmed, it's in you, and it will take action whatever you had been ordered. So uh, the conscious have so much responsibility, but it's no power, because it's just so much thing going on, that how many billion gigabyte and in 1 nanosecond it come to perception in our brain, and it only can remember maybe 3 or 4 important things that you think make you hurt and make you happy. So this is why we all stuck in feeling, memory, and the belief too. Also a thought and thinking, And once you understand from the power of our subconscious and how the mind work and the meditation and awareness and come to the know, because we all have this knowing inside of us. So you can understand the true between thinking, belief, and the true, that the only true that we have, that they learn from me, that to know about themselves and to see it true from intuition, from the wisdom that arise, from the chest, instead of thinking control over them. So this is become so powerful because they become calm, clarity, have self-confidence, have become empower, because they put into thing, implement, they have intention and attention for themselves to stop and come back to themselves. And they realize that, okay, now all of things that I've been taught, I've been learned in the past, is all in the collection of thought collection or memory or somebody else enlightenment, uh, but it's not from themselves. So once they practicing and they learn from me, and then they see the truth from themselves, not for others. So they really, become aware, much more aware, and become more happy inside, because less thinking in the head, less inner voice or negative self-talk. Of course, you still have negative self-talk, self-doubt sometimes, but they're getting better to aware and realize and recognize what thought and feeling and thinking and the belief that have driven them, into the black hole, or yeah, that hurt themselves and hurt others, and stay in that in the past, and didn't want to move to the future. But staying and practicing with right here right now and being present, in the present moment, it really bring themselves, up to know and aware that of course we have problem, but how can they overcome the problem? They're not run away, they're not freeze and flight anymore. They become responsibility, realize and recognize and acknowledge, all the problem, and they knowing from when, where, from the source of beginning of the problem. So then they know how to bring themselves back to the now and analyze and recognize that this is this filtering, the filter in their head now have become stronger, instead of building a wall, but building a bridge for themselves to know, to see like which direction or what choice can they make, or if this situation is happening, how can they overcome, how can they take over this situation with the calm mind, with the clarity mind, instead of emotional or rationalize that immediately from that person that before they come and take a class with me and learn from me, they react and with a response, uh, not a response, react immediately with a hurtful, with an anger, with a straight frustration or mad or upset or rage, even your wife and husband and kid or family, brother and sibling, we all have this in us, but we didn't know. But sometimes we can't just say, sometimes I want to yell back or say something, but I can't, because a culture said if you do that or saying that you're not good person, you're not good kid, all of these beliefs have thrown in us. So sometimes we just have to numb that feeling that we want to say something because it's not my true. It might be it's parents true, somebody's true, but it's not my true. But I can't do that in the public, or maybe I go to church, maybe I go to temple, maybe I go somewhere that we supposed to be this rule. We have to put in a different mask, that we have to be perfect, but sometimes inside it of us, it eats us up so much, and that emotion become bigger and bigger, so it pressure you. Neither you depress, you repress the with the feeling and become repressed, depressed, minimize them. I don't want to hear, I don't want to see, I want to just shut down and close the door, and then go to the bed and just cover up. A lot of people are like that because they didn't know how to handle with the feeling that it overwhelming for so many years, and one day it get blow up because they this is one of the symptoms of ADHD too, when people start to have so much that promise and they can't do what they say, and when they become procrastinate and a lot of things does not go their way, or something like that. So it's like that emotions rise up, you just want to cry or yell or scream. Some people like want to punch something, some people are just like, no, I'm not doing anything. Maybe go eating, maybe go benching, maybe YouTube, maybe Netflix, maybe Hulu, or maybe so a lot of time people do a lot of stuff that just numbness that feeling, but they didn't know how to pause, they didn't know how to look at the problem or how to uh, see through that, because it's very hard to just allow yourself to go into vulnerable. But once you learn with this technique and the method that I'm teaching my student clients, is really bring yourself back up and know how you can become a person who you want to be, and you're not going to blame the person or the behavior or the pattern or paradigm that you have in the past, because you focus in right here right now. And also you have a goal in look into the future too, because a lot of us, or a lot of people that have anxious, anger, angry, and a lot of things that pile up, overwhelming, they feel like they have so much shame and fear and guilt so much, and they just couldn't get over it, because they blame themselves and they stay in the past. Or if they're not stay in the past, they will hyper focus and stay in the now only, because they want to, the future is too much for them. In the past, they don't care, because they feel so bad, they feel uh, mental illness, it's so much overwhelmed, so they want to focus in the now. Neither male, it could be like a lot of porn, maybe drug, legal or legal illegal drug, and also alcohol, and could be medication, safe medication. So a lot of that is no right, wrong, good or bad. It does not mean that person that smoke is not good, or does not mean that person that this drug is not good person, but it means they have a problem. They don't know how to get to the problem. They want to know the only thing they can run off to get a feeling from that the pleasure that most of human, we run away from suffer and pleasure, and we going to pleasure, something that make you feel good. That is a human nature, but they don't know how. So I want to say this, that all of us, have a beautiful mind, have a beautiful heart, have a good, incredible uh, inside of you. It's a gift from nature, from God, or from, you know, I, some people call universe or however. It is all no right or wrong, but once you try to understand that what you did before, um, might not be correct, but you can correct your pattern and behavior. Does not mean good or bad or right or wrong. But if this pattern is not okay for you, you just didn't want to live this life anymore, please feel free to contact me and call for consultation, and how you want to learn 3 times, three months, better benefit, because a lot of time that when you kind of learn and knowing about yourself and stay in the near and now, your mind becomes so calm, become so much calm and peace, and you're starting to love yourself more, start to be to it liberate from all negative navigation, negative GPS inside of your head. But you will have your head have less fear, doubt, be clarity, become courage and creativity, because your brain have less noise, less voice, and your heart can stand up and take that charge, and you will see and free, from all of that. Because I'm too, I've been through so much, and I'm far from perfect, but I'm working on the progressing every day. I'm not I don't feel regret for what I'm doing in the past because it's already done, but I do know how I want to feel about the past because I was young, I was ignorant, I lack of education. And now that I'm growing up, I'm learn and grow and open up to see the different and learn the different. And I am grateful and thankful for the opportunity because I just didn't want to live in the sad mode or in the depressed mode anymore because life, have full of surprise. We can, think through here and there, but from that, it's really, make me grow. And I am grateful for the person who I am right now. I'm not perfect, but I'm increasing uh, the positive behavior that I know that from now until the last day of my life, I want to move into that direction because I may not know that I will have this body tomorrow. I've been to car crash. I've been to many suffer in my body. I mean, I've been so stressful that I couldn't walk, and I know that I'm going to walk or run until I die. So, from that mentality, it's really bring me here. So I'm just grateful for every morning and every day. Sometimes might be things that come at me like every direction, but when I realize from the tool that I have and more tool that I learn and the tool that I have give to my class student, it works. So you just have to make a phone call or call me or text me, let me know how you want me to help, what problem in what area you want to look into, and how you want to bring peace and calmness into yourself, and how you want to live your life better than you were before. Feel free to call me, and I'll be happy to guide you. I'll be happy to let you know that you have made the right decision to learn about what inside of you, all of knowledge and everything out there. It's so much. You can't learn everything because right now at fingertip it's just like wow, so much. And your brain just like, oh, I have enough. But once you start to come back inside and look into your heart, what program, what hurt, what memory that hurt you in the past, you will be a totally transformation. So thank you all so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for um, stay with me. I promise to come so often and speak in English because I have so many, many, many people asking me to speak, to share in English, but I didn't really, sometimes it takes so much time. But I would love to help more people in the worldwide because English is most people speak English, so we can communicate or we can, I can help uh, more people, just uh, not just Thai people, but I would love to help anybody that willing to open up and learn from me. So why it's important to stay in the here and now, because it can really helping you from mental stress, mental illness, and you will become mental wellness with me. And thank you all. I wish you have a great Sunday, a great morning, afternoon, great evening, and just start to embrace yourself. And thank you again. Have a wonderful afternoon.